Whenever people talk about science, I say, okay, this is science. When I was in New York in a monastery, one of the monks, Buddhist monks, he used to be an engineer in Silicon Valley. He said, you are a scientist. I said, so many people think I'm a cheater, but now why do you think I'm a scientist? He said, the so-called science is very simple. You do this test, then you do another test, then you compare. Like now, you take tablets, insulin. That's now, right? Now you do PaidaLajin, then you check it again. That is called science. Science is you test, then you compare, then you test more, you compare more, and all the statistics will be collected together, then you compare, then you make a conclusion. So you see, this is all about energy. Energy, energy. Good. Any more questions?
Yeah, just if you have pins and needles, what does that mean?
See, pins and needles is a beautiful sign of what? Of also the energy. Why do you have the pins and the needles? It's because that teeny tiny area, the energy cannot go through. If there are many, many small channels where they cannot get through, then you feel the pins and needles.
Okay.
So this is a very good omen. This is a healing reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Yes?
Referring back to the point when you're talking about cold.
About what?
You know when you were talking about cold earlier?
Yeah.
So what are the other ways that cold can reach your body? Besides the obvious like outside cold.
First of all, you change your lifestyle. See, I remember one very famous Chinese medical doctor gave a prescription to a lady like you because she had period pain, cold. Then the prescription is one word: wear more clothes. Of course, that's not a joke, that's one thing. In addition to that, drink less ice cream, less icy cold water. Don't expose, like what I talked to you today. She had, you see, this kind of. Of course, it's a fashion, or it's beautiful. That's another angle, okay? But now we're talking about health, okay? Cold. Now you can feel cold. But then you get older and older, it's no longer cold, it's pain. Pain is mostly caused by cold. Why? In the physical world, when you get cold, shrink. Let's say the tunnel used to be like this big. Now it shrink. Ooh, this big, smaller and smaller. It's blocked. Of course, you get pain. So try your best to get rid of the cold stuff. Now I talk about a little bit swimming. We encounter so many different cases. And here in North America and in China, many people say, why do I have this pain? Why do I have so much sour? Then during the chatting, we realize, I exercise every day. What exercise do you do? Swimming. That's the problem. Swimming is a very good exercise. But the cold is not so good. The water is too cold. So it's the water thing. So I never say you should never go swimming. Me, I still occasionally go swimming on holidays or sometimes in a good pool, warm pool. But that is only a dessert. It's like salad, fruits. So many people, back in China too, they learn from the Westerns. Salad, fruits, they don't eat food. I said, why don't they eat food? This is my food. I said, this is not food. Because according to the Chinese medicine, this is called side dish. This is for helping you eat the food smoothly. If you just eat the dishes, you mean the vegetables, the meat, this kind of stuff, in China it's always the chopsticks. Your father's chopsticks will be, why do you? How can you eat only those side dishes without eating food? See? So you have to analyze your diet system. So what is the food? The food is the stable food. Wheat, rice, millet, all this kind of thing. People say, this is not so good. I said, this has been eaten by people for thousands of years without a problem. But now in Bulgaria, I encounter a big argument. See, you remember in Bulgaria, you got a doctor.
Yes.
He even wrote a big article talking about it. He said, according to this and this, and also a very famous scientist said, you cannot eat wheat. Why? It causes a lot of problems. After they stop eating this, then they become fine. I said, okay, that's good, I buy it. Now the issue is no longer the food issue. All you can say is still the food issue. It's because the food, the wheat, the rice is no longer the rice and the wheat before. It's genetically modified.
Yes.
That's the problem. It's not the food problem.
Yes.
Then how can you get rid of this? Because you've got corn, you've got wheat, noodles, rice. You never know which one is modified, right? So again, back to the Chinese Bible. The Chinese, I mean the medical Bible, the yellow canvas canon, which says very clearly, try your best to strengthen your own energy. If your inner energy, qi, is strong enough, it can defeat or defend yourself from all those bad energy. That's all you can do. You see, you buy the food from the supermarket or you go to the restaurant, you are a chef, you know, who knows how many ingredients they have put it in? You never know. So that's why I especially avoid the Chinese ones. See, when I travel abroad, oh, you're Chinese, they invite you to the Chinese restaurant. I said, you can invite me to anywhere, not the Chinese restaurant. Because the Chinese particularly interested in putting a lot of monosodium glutamate and MSG and many, many other stuff. I can't even tell the names, but it tastes good. And a Japanese scientist even wrote a book because he's a chemical engineer. He worked in a company that produces all kinds of, the stuff for the kitchens. He said, this is bad, this is bad for the kidney, this is bad for the liver, this is bad for the eyes. Oh, it's a whole book. But how can you get rid of this? It's very hard. So we can only try our best to make ourselves stronger by PaidaLajin. So that's about your question about, of course, your lifestyle. Then you should do this PaidaLajin as much as you can. I talked the same thing with my daughter. You see, when she went to the college, asked for a gift. My gift for her, 7-day workshop. Yeah, when she was 19, yeah. And she was in tears every day. That's pain. I said, okay, please be conscious. Or please understand, all this pain is not from the sky. It's from inside of yourself. All this sa, or the so-called bruise, this is not from the heaven, not from the earth. Again, it's from inside of your body. You think this is ugly, but this ugly stuff is from your own body. So you should be grateful, they're out. So now she regularly does this, and also meditation. See, whenever you do meditation, then do Paida. And one day she told me, nausea, vomiting. I said, okay, good timing for you to do the Paida here, and also here. And then she learned that not only can she heal herself, she helped many of her friends. See, this is great news. And even some high school students, after learning this, they just become superstar, in the class, because all the kids have the small problems of headache, stomachache. It's so easy. I'm glad you raised the question. Good.